Thank you so much for joining us for our second week of 30 Days of Hope. So we're going to get straight into it. Our theme is about fresh starts, and what better way to have a fresh start than to just get into the body and get it moving. So we're going to put together some of the things that we've already done and introduce a little lunge. Feel free to do everything on the chair or on the mat. So we're coming into a little half sun salute first. So finding our grounding through the feet if we're standing, and if we're seated, we're finding our grounding through the sit bones as well. And then we're going to inhale to sweep the arms up if that feels all right in the shoulder, joining me if you're standing. And then we're exhaling to fold all the way down. If we're standing, we're hinging at the hips. And if we're seated, we're maybe folding over the knees. Press through the feet. So we find that halfway lift. It's kind of a flat back position. And then exhale to refold. Coming all the way back up again. And exhale, hands through heart center. I'm going to show that on the mat, but feel free to stay seated. Find your grounding, connection to self. Let's inhale, reach up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Refolding. Coming all the way back up. And exhaling. Nice. So we're going to come all the way down through a downward facing dog. If we're on the chair, remembering that we could do our dog on the chair, finding that extension here. You could also bring some blocks or books out in front of you and finding that reach as you fold forwards. So see what works for your body. Let's find our grounding. Inhaling. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Refold. Plant the hands. And then we're going to step back to our down dog. So if we're on the chair, we might come to put the hands onto the chair, if that's accessible, or bring the blocks out in front of us. Let the head be comfortable. One more inhale. Big exhale. And then let's lower to the knees if we're on the mat. Coming to our all fours. If we're on the chair, we're coming to cat-cow. So on the mat, we're tilting the pelvis as we look forwards, tilting it the other direction to look back towards the thighs or the belly button. A couple more rounds. Stay where you are if you're on the mat. I'm just going to show that on the chair just as a reminder of what our cat-cow might look like here. Opening up, shining bright, turning inwards, that connection to self. One more. And exhale. And then working our way back up to our downward facing dog. So it might be that we're reaching out in front if we're on the chair, or reaching onto the chair, or maybe we are on the mat. Just exploring with how this shape feels today. Big inhale. Exhale. Oh, fresh start. Let it all go. Every breath cycle of fresh start. We're going to meet in a forward fold. So if we are on the chair, we're folding over the legs. As we inhale, we'll find that halfway lift. So the hands might come to the thighs or the lower legs if we're standing. And then exhale. On the chair, feel free to hold onto the chair. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Plant through the feet. We're coming all the way up. And exhale. Lovely. And release. Nice. Woo. I definitely feel like I'm waking up. I hope you are too. So we're going to come to a lunge through this little sequence. I'm just going to show you what it might look like on a chair. So you just need to make sure you're really grounded. So usually we're kind of got the hips facing forwards, but for a lunge you might come onto the side of the chair. So I've got the side here and I'm coming a bit more over and I'm extending one leg out behind me. Could be that you hold on to the chair. Maybe you feel balanced here. Just make sure you're safe and steady wherever you are. Find that grounding. Big inhale. Let it go. Sweeping the arms up. Floating them down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to refold, plant the hands, stepping back to our downward facing dog. From here, we're going to ground the left foot and then raise the right foot any amount, could be a little, and then hug the knee in towards the body and then stepping through, finding this kind of lunge position. If your foot doesn't quite make it, say your foot's kind of back here, you can use your hand and just help it to step forwards. You might like to take blocks or books, depends what you've got, and depends on the proportions. So I'm quite tall, so the ground is quite far away for me. Take an inhale here. Big exhale. Feel that stretch through the legs. Just notice where you feel it as we wake up. One more inhale. And let it go. I'm going to pop the blocks back right in front. I'm going to tuck my back toes and lift that back knee so that I can step back into my downward facing dog. So on the chair, coming back through center, maybe extending out in front. One more inhale. Big exhale. Releasing the knees down to the mat. We're coming into our cat-cow. So if we're on the chair, we're opening up and folding. On the mat, we're really tuning into this tilt of the pelvis. But wherever we are, we have this drawing together of the shoulder blades as we come forwards and shine our heart out and drawing apart, making space through the back of the heart space as we round through the spine. One more. Nice. Lovely, tucking the toes and finding our way back up to our downward dog if that feels right for us today. Remember to always honor how your body feels. And then from here, we're going to ground through the right foot. Inhale the left leg, any amount, could be just a little. Draw that left knee towards the heart space and then planting that left foot and lowering the back knee. Take your time, there's no hurry. Again, you can help that foot forwards, making sure we've got our setup right. Maybe we take hold of some blocks. Lovely. Just finding this gentle opening. We never want to feel any pain. So sometimes we're working with this kind of soft edge. Maybe there's like almost a bit of discomfort, but we have to be really mindful that it's not pain. We don't want to cause any injuries. So staying tuned in to how it feels in your body. One more inhale. And a big exhale. So we're releasing the blocks out in front. We're going to plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee and step back into our downward facing dog. Finding our down dog on the chair. One more inhale. Let it go. Super, we're going to release to the knees and finding our child's pose. So big toes together, no knees apart if that feels alright, sinking the hips back, arms out in front. Or if we're on the seat, maybe we bring the cushion onto the knees and fold over that. Option to bring the legs parallel if that feels better. And some people enjoy to bring their arms behind. It's quite a different sensation. Just have a play around as we draw the shoulder blades apart here, like a little stone, little pebble. Just coming home to ourselves. Finding that connection to a place of trans peace, trans joy. That joy that comes from acceptance and being seen. One more inhale. And let it go. Nice. I'm going to find our way slowly back up to one last downward facing dog. And then step or crisscross towards the front of the mat, meeting in that forward fold. So if we're on the chair, we're just folding over the legs just for a moment before we come into that halfway lift. Refolding. Coming all the way up. And exhale. Lovely. Oh, I wish you a very, very lovely fresh start. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you can take this fresh energy with you, this joy of being in the body. Thank you so much for showing up every day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.